Good morning, students. Students, in today's video lecture of the chapter Motion in One Dimension, we would study the speed, average speed, and velocity, average velocity, acceleration. All these concepts will be clear in this video lecture. So let's start with speed. So what is speed, students? Speed is the ratio of distance traveled by the object in the given interval of time, in a particular interval of time. So it is the ratio of distance traveled in particular interval of time, So this is what speed, and as it is depending upon the distance and time, so it is scalar quantity. Let's take a graphical representation. Suppose this is x-axis and y-axis, and the topic is motion in one dimension. So the object is moving. Suppose object is initially at this position A, and the distance is x1. The object is at position A. In the x-axis, let's say the distance from the origin is x1, and it start moving at that instant. At that instant, time is t1. Suppose time is t1 in second, and it is in meter. So the object is at a place A, which is x1 meter from the reference point, and at that time is t1, and it start moving in a straight line, and it goes to B, and at that instant the time is t2 second, time becomes t2 second, and the distance is from the reference point is, let's say x2. So the distance of the point B when the object moves in a straight line, one dimensional motion, so the distance from the reference point is x2, and the time at that position is t2. So what is the speed? Speed is distance traveled upon time interval. So here you are seeing the distance traveled by the object is AB. It is represented, it is shown here by the length of the line segment AB. So the AB is what? AB equal to x2 minus x1, which we can say delta x, because it is different, we can say delta as x2 minus x1. And what is the time interval? What is the time taken to reach the object from A to B? So it is delta t, which is equal to t2 minus t1. Now the speed s equal to distance traveled delta x upon time interval delta t. So this is the speed, we can say delta x by delta t, distance traveled upon time interval, and the unit is meter per second. Now students, we are going to define uniform speed. What is uniform speed? If the distance traveled by the object, if the object travels equal distances in equal interval of time, if the object travels equal distances in equal interval of time, intervals of then speed of the object is called uniform speed. Is called uniform speed. Then the word uniform means constant. The word uniform means constant. It means the speed of the object is not changing during the motion. So this type of speed is called uniform speed, when the speed of the object is not changing with respect to time. So object is moving equal distances, equal interval of time, like we can say here. Suppose this is object at this place A. It moves in a straight line and travels, let's say, 20 meter in 4 seconds. So the object moves 20 meter in 4 seconds. Next 20 meter again in 4 seconds. Next 20 meter again in 4 seconds. So in this part of journey, you are seeing that from A to B, the speed is 20/4, that is 5 meter second inverse. From B to C, which is also 5 meter second inverse. From C to D, it is also 5 meter second inverse. So this is the uniform speed you are seeing here. The object speed is not changing with respect to time, so we can say the object is moving with a constant speed or uniform speed. Okay, now we are going to talk about non-uniform speed. Yeah, we can say practically what happened. Suppose the object is here and he moves 20 meter and takes 4 seconds. Again he moves 20 meter and takes 2 seconds. Again he moves 20 meter and takes 10 seconds. And finally he reaches at a place D. So object is moving like this, 20 meter in 4 seconds, next 20 meter in 2 seconds, next 20 meter in 10 seconds. If this type of speed is uniform, object is equal distances but unequal interval of time. So here the speed is not constant, object is moving with variable speed. Object is moving with variable speed. So here object is moving with variable speed. It is moving with variable speed and he covers what? 20 plus 20 plus 20 means 60 meter. He covers 60 meter in 4 plus 2, 6 and 16. This is 16 seconds. And he covers 60 meter in 16 seconds. So the question is, the velocity, the speed in this A to B part of journey is 5 meter second inverse. In this part of journey, speed is 20/2, which is 10 meter second inverse. And in this part, speed is 20/10, which is 2 meter second inverse. So these are the speed in different part of the journey. You are seeing here 5 meter per second, 10 meter per second, and 2 meter per second. So the speed is variable. You are seeing that object is changing its speed during the motion. And finally, we are seeing that he covers 60 meter in 16 seconds. Okay. So in that case, which is practical case, we can find out there is a speed which is known as average speed. We will talk about speed, and that speed is called average speed. So what is average speed? Average speed is that speed to which, if the object covers the whole journey, it reaches at the final destination in the same time interval which he covered in part of the journey by the variable speed. It means if it is the speed to which the object covers the whole journey in the same interval of time. So what is the average speed formula? The formula for average speed is total distance the total distance upon total time. So the average speed is that speed to which if the object covers the same journey, then he would reach at the final destination in the same interval of time. In that case, in this case, it is 16 seconds. So what would be the average speed? So the average speed in that case would be, total distance is 60 meter, total time is 16, so it would be 15 by 4. It would be 15 by 4 meter second inverse. So this is the average speed. It means if the object covers this journey from A to D with this constant speed, with this speed overall, so it would reach at the point D in the same interval of time, which is 16 seconds. So it is the meaning of average speed, and the formula for finding the average speed is very simple. It is total distance upon total time interval. Now we would talk about is if the speed can be negative. No. If there is a motion, the speed cannot be zero and it cannot be negative, just like the distance as we talked about in the previous video lecture. Now we are going to find some more important concept: instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed. This instantaneous speed comes into picture when this time interval you are seeing here 4 seconds, 2 seconds and 10 seconds, when this time of interval becomes very small, it means the speed of the object could be changed in a very small interval of time, at we can say at every instant of time the speed of the object is changing. Then in that particular case we cannot say that the velocity speed here we are saying that it is 5 and it is 10 and it is 10. But if the speed is changing at each interval of time, so it would be difficult to find the average speed in that case. Then we will talk about the instantaneous speed. It means this speed tells us the speed of the object at a particular interval of time. It means suppose we are interested in finding the speed of the object at t equal to 2 seconds. But you are seeing here between A to B the object is moving with average, we can say this speed 5 meter per second. Suppose in between A and B the object speed is also changing at each interval of time, then the average, then this speed would not be A to B would be same for 5 which is 5 meter per second. It would be different at each interval of time, at each instant of time. Then we would talk about instantaneous speed, and the instantaneous speed is delta x by delta t, and as I told you, delta t, if the change in the speed would be very small, it means delta t tends to 0. So we are taking the limit delta t tends to 0. So this would be the instantaneous speed, limit delta tends to 0, delta x by delta t. And in the case of differentiation, which you would understood in the class 12 differentiation, so it would convert in the differentiation which is dx by dt, So this is the instantaneous speed, we can say as instantaneous, so it would be dx by dt. Actually instantaneous speed would be the function of time. It would depend on the time, because as the time changes, every instant of time the speed could be different, could be changing with respect to time. So this is the formula for finding the instantaneous speed. We have to differentiate the distance equation, and distance is also depending on the time. So dx by dt we have to find out. It is the differentiation. d by dt is called differentiation. And in mathematics, d by dt denotes the slope, and the slope of which x graph is the slope of x graph. So this is instantaneous speed. When the object speed changes at each interval of time, then it would be difficult to find out the average speed of the whole journey. but here it is easy because there are definite number of variable speeds 1, 2 and 3, but when the speed is changing at every instant of time, then it would be difficult to find out the average speed. Then we would talk about instantaneous speed, means speed at each and every instant, each and every interval of time. So for that we are putting limit delta t equals to 0. This interval is very small, for very small interval of time, and this limit delta t equals to 0 dx delta x by dt is becomes dx by dt in mathematics, which is differentiation of x. Okay, now we will talk about velocity. Velocity. What is velocity? Velocity is the ratio of displacement upon time. It is the ratio of displacement upon time. So it is the ratio of displacement It is the ratio of displacement and time. So the formula for velocity, v vector. Let's say again, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is origin O. Suppose the object is at a position A. From the reference point, and the vector, this is the vector. As you know that vector is represented by the arrow sign. So this is the vector which is representing the position of this object which is at the position A, and this vector is called a position vector. This vector OA, position vector. OA vector is called position vector. This is called position vector. What is position vector? Position vector is the vector joining the origin to the particular position of the object by the arrow sign is called position vector. Suppose object is initially at this position. Then the vector joining this position to the origin is called position vector. So it could be anywhere in this plane. Suppose object is in this place, so it could be this. And because we are talking about one dimensional motion, so we are taking the object position in either x, either y, or in either z axis. So this is the position vector, OA vector. This is the position. Let's say OA vector is x1 vector. We are naming it as x1 vector. So OA vector is the x1 vector, and suppose at that instant the time is t1. Now the object is start moving in this direction, and it reaches at the point B, and the position vector of that position is represented by this arrow sign. This is the OB vector, and let's say OB vector equal to x2 vector we are taking, and that instant the time interval is t2. At that instant the time is t2. Now AB vector. Now according to vector addition concept, OA vector plus AB vector, when we move in the direction of the vector, suppose this is OA vector and we are taking this as AB vector. From here to here this is AB vector, and from here to here this is the position vector. So position vector, this is the position vector, and this is we are taking as AB vector, which is displacement vector you can say, because it is displacing from A to B. So A to B here is the displacement vector. So as I told you in the previous lecture that displacement is a vector quantity, so that's why it is represented by the vector, and the AB A to B is representing the displacement vector. So AB vector is displacement vector. AB vector is displacement vector. It is displacement vector. Now we can say OA vector, O to A and A to B, in that in the same direction vectors are added. This is OA plus AB and where we reached B, from where we started O, so it is equal to OB vector. It is equal to OB vector. So this is the vector addition, geometrical vector addition, OA vector, A to B vector, AB vector, finally O to B vector. So it is equal to OB vector. So from here we can find AB vector. AB vector is equal to OB vector minus OA vector. What is OB vector? OB vector is x2 vector minus this is x1 vector, and we can say AB vector as delta x vector. So delta x vector, which is the displacement vector, is x2 vector minus x1 vector. Now the velocity is displacement upon time, so this is delta x vector upon time. There t2 minus t1 is delta t, as involved in the case of distance, so it is t2 minus t1. So it would be upon delta t. So this is the formula for velocity. V equal to vector V equal to delta x vector upon delta t. Delta x is the displacement vector and delta t is the time interval, which is scalar quantity. So this is the velocity. Velocity can be zero, velocity can be negative. So as we talked about in displacement, now we are going to define uniform velocity in the same manner as we define the uniform speed. So what is the uniform velocity? The uniform velocity is when the object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time. When the object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time, then we can say the object velocity is uniform. It means equal displacement in equal interval of time. Equal displacements in equal interval of time. Equal displacement in equal interval of time. So in that say uniform is constant. It means object is moving with a constant velocity. Suppose, take an example. Suppose the object is at position A and it moves towards B, it moves towards C, it moves towards D in the straight line in a one direction, and this A to B is 20 meter, and this is 2 seconds. This is again 20 meter, 2 seconds, again 20 meter, 2 seconds. So you can see that this example is just like the previous one, but here the difference is with the direction. You are seeing that the motion is in A to B. From B to C is in the same direction. From C to D is in the same direction. And velocity is vector quantity. So the object is continuously moving in the same direction. It means the direction of the object is not changing, and it is moving in a straight line in a one dimension in the same direction. So we can say the magnitude of velocity in that case is equal to speed. So here the velocity is uniform. It is moving 20 by, this is the 10 meter second inverse. This is the here 10 meter second inverse. This is the magnitude of velocity. This is the magnitude of velocity because it is the vector quantity. This is 10 meter second inverse. We have to here mention the direction. Suppose we get this is the direction, which direction? This is the east. So we can say object is moving 10 meter second inverse towards east. So this is the magnitude and this is the direction, and this whole quantity tells the velocity. This whole sum is the velocity. So what is the velocity in that case? Object is moving with 10 meter per second towards east, means the velocity of the object during covering the each part of the journey is constant, is uniform. That's why this is uniform velocity, equal displacement in equal interval of time. But object velocity can be variable. Object velocity could be changed, and the change in velocity is because of two reasons. First, the displacement would be different, time would be different, and third one is direction would be different. If the direction of the motion is changing, we can say the velocity changes, and if the displacement is changing, we can also say magnitude of the displacement is changing. We can also say the velocity is changing. So we are going to explain variable velocity, and then we will explain the average velocity. Suppose object is moving in the Okay. Now object is moving in this direction 20 meter 2 second. Now object is going in this direction 20 meter in 2 second. So A to B, B to C, C to D. You are seeing here during A to B, the magnitude of velocity is 10 meter second inverse, and during B to C it is also 10 meter second inverse, C to D is also 10 meter second inverse. So you are seeing here that the velocity during A to B, B to C, C to D is 10 meter second inverse. It means the magnitude of velocity is not changing. So could you say that can you say that the velocity is not changing? No, because here velocity is a vector quantity, as I told you. Magnitude is not changing. It doesn't mean that the velocity is not changing. You are seeing here the direction of the motion is changing. Here object is moving in this direction, which is east. Here object is moving in this direction, which you can, it is south, and in this direction which is west. So the answer of first velocity is 10 meter per second towards east. This is 10 meter per second towards south. This is 10 meter per second towards west. 10 meter per second towards west, 10 meter per second towards south, 10 meter per second towards east. So here you are seeing that in that all the cases part of journey magnitude is same, but the direction is changing, and velocity contains both magnitude as well as direction. So we cannot say that the object is moving with uniform velocity. We can say object velocity is changing with respect to time. Okay, here object velocity is changing with respect to time. It could be changed due to the magnitude also, it could be changed due to the both. So I think you have cleared how velocity of the object can be changed. Now we are going to define the average velocity, as we have defined the average speed. So I am going to rub it. Now we are going to define the average velocity. Average velocity. So what is the average velocity? It is just like same as we have defined the average speed. Average velocity is total displacement. It is the total displacement. It is the total displacement upon total time. It is the total displacement upon total time, and it is the velocity. It is the velocity to which the object, if the object covers the particular journey to this velocity, then it would reach at the final destination at the same interval of time, and it goes part by part journey. So we have taken one example A to B, as we take just few minutes ago. A to B 20 meter in 2 seconds, then B to C 20 meter in 2 seconds, again C to D 20 meter in 2 seconds. So we have this example, very good example for this particular numerical problem, and we are seeing that here the velocity is 10 meter second inverse towards east. There 10 meter second inverse towards south. Here 10 meter second inverse towards west. So all the velocities are different. Now we have defined total displacement upon total time. So what is the total displacement of this particular numerical problem? This is the final position. This is the initial position. This is the final position. And as I told you in the displacement lecture, previous one, that we have just joined the initial position to the final position, and we have to find the length of this. We have to find the length of this So it would be 20 meter per second. It would be 20 meter. So the displacement here, total displacement. So the total displacement is what? It is the 20 meter. It is a 20 meter towards. What is the direction of the displacement? It is from initial position to final position. So this is the initial position, this is the final. So the direction of the displacement A to D, which is south, towards south. So the direction of the displacement is 20 meter towards south. This is the initial and this is the final position. Now we are going to find the average velocity. So the average velocity equal to total displacement, which is 20 meter, and what is the time? 2 plus 2 plus 2. This is the total time interval. So this is the 6 second. 2 to 4 to 6. So we can take it as 10 by 3 meter second inverse towards south. So I think it's not clear. So this is the average velocity to which, if the object covers this journey, what is the final destination? The final destination is at D. What is the initial point of journey, which is A? Object is moving like this, A to B to C, C to D. But if it moves directly from A to D in this path, it would, with this velocity 10 by 3 meter per second, so it would be reached at the destination D in the same interval of time and it goes from in this way. So this is the average velocity we can say. Now we are going to define the instantaneous velocity as we define the instantaneous speed in the same way. As I told you, in the average speed, in the same way instantaneous speed comes in the picture when the velocity of the object continuously changing, instantly changing at every instant of time. So we can define the instantaneous velocity. What is the instantaneous velocity? Instantaneous velocity, B instantaneous, equal to limit delta t tends to 0, very small interval of time. This is average velocity. Yeah, velocity we can say simply delta x by delta t. So it would convert in dx by dt. So this is the formula for instantaneous velocity. You are seeing again differentiation dx delta x by delta t into delta tends to 0. So this is the formula for instantaneous velocity. Now we are going to define the acceleration. What is the acceleration? What is the acceleration? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. What is the acceleration? It is the rate of change of velocity. It is the rate of change of velocity. It is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. What is the rate of change of velocity? Suppose object is moving with velocity, we can say 10 meter second inverse. Object is moving with velocity 10 meter second inverse. At particular position, we observe that the velocity of the object is 10 meter per second inverse. And after some time interval, its velocity would be 20 meter second inverse and the time is taken as 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds the object velocity becomes at a place B 20 meter per second inverse in a time 2 seconds. So you are seeing that with respect to time the velocity of the object is changing. So the acceleration is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. So here velocity is changing, it means there is acceleration. Whenever the velocity would change, there would be acceleration. And the change in velocity, as I told you simply, it is not only by a magnitude, it could be changing direction also. So velocity could be changed because of that direction also. But here we are taking a magnitude, we are taking the example of magnitude. So it means there is acceleration. So the acceleration is defined as change in velocity. Suppose here the velocity is v1 vector, here the velocity is v2 vector. So what is the change in velocity? Delta v delta delta v vector upon delta t. And the unit of this is, what is the velocity unit? Meter per second time second. So it would be meter per second square, or we can say meter ms minus 2. So this is the we can say unit, and the dimension we can also find. Dimension of velocity is what? Lt minus 1, and the time is t, so it would be Lt minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula, Lt minus 2 for the acceleration. Now we are going to define instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration, A instantaneous equal to limit delta t tends to 0, delta v vector upon delta t. So it would be simply dv by dt. So A instantaneous is dv by dt. Now we would start. We are at that position that we can start the graphical analysis of the motion, means position time graph, velocity time graph, and acceleration time graph for different cases for uniform motion. What is the uniform motion? I think we have not talked about uniform motion. So what is the uniform motion? We have talked about uniform velocity, uniform acceleration. Means acceleration is constant during the journey. So that type of journey can be said that it is uniformly accelerated motion. So what is uniform motion? Here we are simply saying uniform motion, not uniform accelerated motion. So both are different things. Here we are saying that this is uniform motion. Uniform motion is simply when the velocity of the object in particular journey is constant, is uniform. So we can say this type of motion is uniform. Here what is uniform? Here uniform is velocity. Uniform velocity. It means the velocity of the object is not changing with respect to time. Such type of motion is called uniform motion. And if the velocity is not changing with respect to time, then what about acceleration? Acceleration is what? Because acceleration is changing velocity with respect to time interval. So if the velocity is not changing, it means delta v is what? Delta v is what? Delta v was final velocity minus initial velocity. You have to keep remember that we would always subtract the final value minus initial value whenever we are interested in finding the change in any particular parameter. So we would subtract final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity. So what is the final velocity? We can say it is taken as v2 minus v1. So if the velocity is not changing, in that case v2 and v1 would be same, and the answer of delta v would be 0. And 0 by something time interval, there would be some time duration. So 0 by something is a equal to 0. It means in case of uniform motion, acceleration of the object is 0 and the velocity is constant. This is called uniform motion. Don't be confused with uniform motion to uniformly accelerated motion, because both are different. In uniformly accelerated motion, there would be acceleration. Means acceleration is not 0 in that case, but the value of acceleration is constant. It would not change with respect to time interval. So don't confuse with uniform motion with uniformly accelerated motion. Both are different in uniformly accelerated motion. In uniformly accelerated motion, there is acceleration. Means this is non-zero value. It means velocity is changes with respect to time, but the change in velocity with respect to time is constant, because uniform. When we talk about acceleration, uniform acceleration, so what is the definition of uniform acceleration? Uniform acceleration is defined as if the change in velocity with time interval is constant. If the velocity changes constantly with the time, we can say acceleration is constant. If the change in velocity is not is changing 20 meter per second. We can say at that point velocity is 10 meter second inverse. At that point velocity is 20 meter second inverse. At that point velocity is 30 meter second inverse, and the time is 2. So you are seeing that 10 to 20. What is the change in velocity? 10 meter per second, and in which in that 2 seconds, and from 20 to 30 again 10, same amount is changing in same interval of time. It means here acceleration is 20 minus 10, which is 10 by 2, which is 5. This is here 30 minus 20, 10 by 2, which is 5. It means constant acceleration. Velocity changing, velocity is changing, but the change in velocity is constant with respect to time. So don't confuse with uniform acceleration and uniform motion. In uniform motion, velocity is constant. It means if it is 10, it would be 10 again, it would be 10 again. Okay? So both are different. You have to clear the difference between these two definitions: uniform velocity and uniform acceleration motion. Thank you, student. In next video lecture, we will talk about graphical method, and we will derive equations of motion for uniform.